It's actually created interest in what that genocide was and find more about it. So far, we know very little about it. Despite, when that happened, I was a very kid. I didn't know much about it, and there is very little information out in the public. I think this movie is sort of something that is going to kickstart that discussion on what that whole genocide was. So it's good. I would like to read more about it as well, know more about it. I think this movie was pretty good. But
like more of awareness you didn't know before.
Yes,
and
we did not know the intensity or the scope or how big that all that whole incident was. And this movie just gave us a little bit of introduction to what that whole thing was.
Sorry, what was your name?
My name is Sushil.
Sushil, thank you, Sushil. So, what is your experience about the movie?
A lot of these stories my mother used to tell me about, so to see it on a screen, it was very heavy hitting. And I think there's a lot of truth there that the world does not know about. So being part of the younger generation, I think, a very important film.
She is a victim. She came मैंने जब दर्पण रेडियो पे इंटरव्यू करा था तो मुझे पहली बार मालूम, हम दोस्त हैं लेकिन पहली बार मालूम पड़ा कि वो इससे गुजरी है जो फिल्म में दिखाया गया है. आप बताइए. I'm sorry, जो है ना आप.
I know, but just want to say that this is not fiction. This is the fact. और ये जो आपने देखा is just the one person. इससे बहुत कुछ है, but so far no justice. I haven't seen my home after I left. I have not been there. लेकिन एक बात तो मन करता है कि जाएं, लेकिन आज we have to relive it everything.
आपको लगता है कि इस फिल्म के बाद में कुछ हेल्प मिलेगी? आपका जो दर्द है उसका दर्द का तो निदान नहीं मिलेगा.
सबसे ज़्यादा उनको जस्टिस मिले जिनके साथ आपने इतना बेरहमी से देखा कि क्या हुआ है. We have all been a part and parcel of it, but some of them have been to the extent जो आपने देखा. इसमें जितने भी इंसिडेंट्स थे कुछ भी फिक्शन नहीं है. This is the fact. The saw killing, the drum barrel में जो, it's all true, but no far आज तक कभी मैंने सुना नहीं है कहीं कि कश्मीरी पंडित को लेकर किसी ने कुछ कहा हो, कभी कुछ हुआ हो. मुझे नहीं पता इंडियन पार्लियामेंट में कभी कहीं कुछ हुआ. I've never heard. Article 370, but whatever those people you have seen, please give justice. You can help us to support and give justice to those people who have been really the victims of this. I don't know.
जो आपका साहस है, मैं तो उसको भी सलाम करता हूँ, सम्मान करता हूँ. लेकिन
मैं अपनी आँखें बंद कर भी आई. It was very hard to see. Very hard. आज लोगों को तो पता चली कि आज तक कभी सामने आया ही नहीं कश्मीर का ट्रूथ. What happened to Kashmiri Pandits? Never. Nobody. That's the reality.
आपका क्या विचार है मूवी के बारे में?
I think it was a story that needed to be told. It just needed a voice, and I think Kashmiri Pandits have not heard, and I think this is just the first step. It was very hard to live through. मैं उस वक्त कश्मीर में नहीं थी, but I've seen my father and my entire family suffer through those whole things.
You are originally from Kashmir. But you were born in.
I lived in Delhi, but my entire family, my cousin, सब कश्मीर में ही है. मेरे डैड, मैं अपनी दादी को बहुत सफ़र करते हुए देखा है. After all these years, everything they've shown, it just.
You must have heard from your family, right?
Of course, I've been through it.
You have experienced it. Thank you, Anu.
She's an actual person. They have themselves faced this thing in such
Yes,
Kashmir.
my father-in-law was attacked and we had killings at our home. So it was just, हमारे लिए तो it was just कुरेदे हुए जख्म, like हमारे जख्म कुरेदे गए. But it's for the people to see कि हमारे साथ क्या हुआ है. और ये देखने के बाद इसका क्या good result होगा. We are waiting for that actually. We have been waiting since last 30 years कि कुछ हो जाए. अभी तक तो कुछ ऐसा हुआ नहीं, बस यही है, बट ये हमारी आप बीती है. It's the same thing, it's the same, everything is true, each and every line is true. This has happened to us. Each and every line has happened to us. My parents had to run away like this, and we had killings at home.
They are also one of the victims, and they have left, Srinagar during this.
I left 32 years back, and today I am actually reminded. No, in the midst of the midnight, we had to leave. I had to take my elder sister because we were not safe. Actually, I am carrying my school friend's photo with me, who was killed. His name is Sushil Kotru. He went to Jammu. He was in the camp. Then he came back, and when he reached his house, he was just pumped the bullets. So he was my school friend. You will not.
क्या लगता है कि इस फिल्म से कुछ आपकी उम्मीदें क्या है इस फिल्म
See, I will tell you, till now I think we were all ignored. Our voice was not carried by the previous governments. They didn't pay any heed to us. What he has shown maybe 0.1%. It is not the exact. Because our history goes to 5,000 years back. Okay? Our history is based on Sharda. Sharda, the Buddhists, the Chinese, all the people, they used to come to Sharda for research, for education, and that whole thing is finished.
So you reckon this was only 0.1% what they're shown in the
It is
movie?
zero, but we should thank them, and they took the initiative, and it is based on the research. It is not that just the previous movies. It was just a love affair, all based on. It was not actually. It was just fictitious. But this one is based on the true facts. Actually, what I thought he should have actually, for each incident, he should have used the newspaper clips, because they have the newspaper clips. He should have, given a feedback. Okay, this is the date, and on this date they were killed. Plus, he should have actually started with the Sharda civilization. He should have started from there.
There is another, I think, next one. It has just a start, I think. And
It's the start. It's just the start of the journey.
Because because we are shown as a minority, but we were never in a minority. We were a majority. So that thing should come into the people. When people outside India, they think, oh, they were minority, oh, maybe it will happen. But they should realize that we were the majority in Kashmir.
I think in the lecture he did mention that.
Yeah, but it's a lecture. But when people see the movie, they will not come.
They will not.
And I just like to say thank you to everyone for coming for this show. And on behalf of Australian chapter of ICAI, I thank you everyone for coming together for this show. It was a moving experience. So many emotions were running throughout the movie. I'm really glad that chapter could organize this first ever show of the worldwide release of Kashmir Files for all Kashmiri Pandits, and as well as members of our chapter. Many people doesn't know this story, so it was the untold story of Kashmiri Pandits, and I'd like to thank entire Z-Tele and Vivek Agnihotriji and his crew. We also informed to Agnihotriji earlier that we would be hosting the show, and he also sent his greetings and gratitude to all the members. So I'm really thankful to everyone. I'm sure that the process of reconciliation with Kashmiri Pandits will soon begin.